What's up, you guys? Josh here, also known as Harry Tornado. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time, you know that I do a lot of thrifting videos where I take you into the store, I show you the process of me actually buying the items that I plan to resell, but I'm not very good at making what sold videos, showing you guys what I've actually sold from these items. So in today's video, I'm going to show you 20 items that I've sold on eBay in the last few weeks. I hope you guys like it. Let's get it. So the first item up is going to be this pair of Adidas men's running shoes. I picked these up on a lunch break thrift trip episode about 2 months ago, I suppose. I paid $6.50 for these, and they sold for $32.99, and the buyer paid shipping. The next item is this Rocco's Modern Life men's polo shirt. I don't know if it was a costume for Rocco, because it was the same shirt he wore in the cartoon, but it was a cool shirt nonetheless. I almost kept it for myself. I paid $4.75 for this shirt, and it sold for $27.99, and the buyer paid shipping. I found this Dare to Resist Drugs and Violence vintage single-stitch men's t-shirt at the Goodwill store for $1.50, and it sold for $24.99, and the buyer paid shipping. I found this clock radio on an episode, I don't know if it was a lunch break thrift trip, but it was definitely in one of my videos. I believe I paid $3.75 for this, and it sold for $19.77, and the buyer paid shipping. This shirt lot was definitely on one of my videos. I've had these shirts for a while, I'd say like 5 or 6 months, mainly because I took so long to list them. Since it was a lot, it took some planning with how I wanted to do the pictures. You can see here that I kind of like stacked them so you could see that they were all the same size and kind of get the same, I don't know. It's kind of complicated listing lots of shirts or lots of anything on eBay, but I was happy how the pictures turned out. I paid $4.75 for each shirt, so that was $19 total, and this lot sold for $72.99, and the buyer paid shipping. This solitaire game was on one of my lunch break thrift trip episodes. I want to say it was episode 2. I paid $2.99 for this, and it sold for $30, and the buyer paid shipping. I got these boots at the Goodwill bins. So there's two types of items that end up at the Goodwill bins. One are items that have been on Goodwill shelves for a long time and they're just kind of crappy items and they just get sent to the outlet. And others are items that have been in Goodwill stores and they were priced extremely high. And instead of knocking the price down, trying to sell them for something more reasonable, they just get sent to the bins. That was the case with these boots. There was a Goodwill sticker on the bottom that had them listed at $19.99. And these were very nice boots. They were literally brand new leather boots. And so I got them at the bins. I paid about $1.50 for these, and they sold for $40, and the buyer paid shipping. The same day at that Goodwill bins, there was this other pair of men's dress shoes right next to those boots, and they also had the $19.99 sticker on there from the Goodwill retail store. So nobody wanted to pay that much for them, so they got sent to the bins. I found them, paid roughly $1.50 for them, and this pair sold for $58, and the buyer paid shipping. I picked up this pair of Doc Martens. This find was in one of my videos as well. I paid $8.50 for these boots, and they sold in about 3 weeks for $67.50, and the buyer paid shipping. I made a whole video about this next find. This was the Disney cruise ship model. I picked this up at the Salvation Army for $2.99. It sold for $64.99 with free shipping, and it cost me about $8 to send this out. This next item was really fun. This is a Star Trek chess set. So a couple months ago at the Salvation Army, I picked up a bike trainer for $9.99. It was a really heavy and bulky item, and I didn't really want to deal with shipping it. So I listed it on Facebook Marketplace to sell locally. It sat on Facebook Marketplace for about 2 months before anybody showed any interest in it, and a guy asked me if I would be willing to trade. I asked him what he had, and he sent me a picture of this chess set. I looked up sold comps and saw that this set was selling very regularly. I'd say like 4 to 5 times a month, for anywhere from $120 all the way up to $200, depending on, there's a set that was a little bit larger than the one I had that was selling for higher, but even this smaller set was selling for about $100 to $150. So I took the trade. I gave him a $10 bike trader. He gave me this chess set. I got it listed, and I actually auctioned this off. I believe it had like 8 bidders on it, and it eventually sold for $142.50, and the buyer paid shipping. These Asics shoes were really interesting. Generally with Asics, the brighter they are, the more valuable they are. So when I saw these that were really bright green, yellow, and red, kind of like a Jamaican color, they were only $6.50, so I scooped those up. They were listed for about 2 weeks, and they sold for $42.97, and the buyer paid shipping. These FootJoy golf shoes I got at the Goodwill store near my house. I paid $6.50 for them. I did clean these up a little bit. I also changed out the cleats like I showed you guys in a video a couple weeks ago, how to change golf cleats. Just got them nice and cleaned up and listed them with some good pictures. And they sold for $37.50. I did take a best offer on these. I think I had them listed at $49.99 and then dropped it to $44.99. But I was just trying to move some shoes. As you can tell from this video, I sell a lot of shoes, so I'm constantly willing to accept best offers on shoes just to get that inventory out the door. These next shoes, I had never heard of this brand before. I believe it's pronounced Atomics. I'm not sure, but I believe they are weightlifting shoes. I found these at Goodwill for $6.50, and they did not have laces. But I looked up comps, and they seem to be a pretty good brand, a pretty good shoe. So I listed them as is with no laces, and they sold for $39.99, and the buyer paid shipping. These Prince women's tennis shoes, I picked these up in a video recently at Goodwill, paid $6.50, and these sold for $23, and the buyer paid shipping. This Mary Kay makeup was a really interesting find. I went to the Salvation Army on my lunch break. This was not part of a video. I wasn't filming this day, but they had a huge box of this makeup up front, and they were asking $1.99 for each tube. I counted the tubes, and they had 26 in the basket, so I asked the cashier if she would give me a better deal if I just bought all of them. She originally offered to sell them to me for $1 each, which would have been $26, and I asked her if she would take 20, and she said yes. So I got 26 tubes of this makeup for $20, and this lot was a lot of 2, which sold for $29.99 with free shipping. So I made all my money back, made roughly a $5 or $6 profit, and I still have 24 tubes of this stuff left. So I'm really excited about that find. Always be on the lookout for Mary Kay makeup, Avon makeup, things like that. This To Me bag, this was really interesting. I found this at the Goodwill bins, and it's super light. I probably paid 10 cents for this, if that. The inside said not for resale. I believe it was like one of those complimentary bags that like a first class person on a plane would get. But I still listed it anyway. Breaking the rules, this To Me bag sold for $6.99, and the buyer paid shipping. This set of sheets I picked up at a yard sale for 50 cents. These were new, sealed in the package. Southern Tide is a popular brand, at least where I'm from, so I knew they would sell eventually. I had them listed for about a month. They sold for $39.74 with free shipping, and they cost me, they went in a padded flat rate, so it cost me $7.33 to ship. This Atlanta Braves hat I picked up on a lunch break thrift trip, I believe. I paid $1 for it at Goodwill, and it was listed for, I'd say about 3 weeks, and it eventually sold for $9.99 plus shipping. Then the last item is this Under Armour golf Windbreaker thing. I actually picked this up at TJ Maxx. I paid $39.99 for it. It was kind of a like a retail arbitrage deal, and it sold for $64.99, and the buyer paid shipping. So there you go, guys. I'm back at it with the What Sold videos. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. It really helps my channel out a ton. Leave a comment down below and let me know what your favorite item from this What Sold video was. I'm guessing it was a chess set, because that was a pretty cool chess set. Okay. If I was a Star Trek fan, I probably would have kept it, but made a nice little profit on that item. But let me know what your favorite item was. Also, let me know if you like the format of the video. I was originally going to go like a low to high, like starting with the little To Me bag and working my way up to the chess set, but I felt like that might have been too predictable. So let me know if you like the kind of spontaneity of the different, the sales numbers here, where it was a smaller item, a medium item, then a large, and then a small, and I don't know. It's just trying to keep it fresh for you guys. So if you like that, let me know down in the comments below if I should keep that same format going forward for my next What Sold videos. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your time, and I will see you guys on the next one.